Now at 6, new footage from the Clackamas County Sheriff's Office after witness video online showed a deputy use of force. What they say happened prior to the man being tackled to the ground and placed under arrest. Plus,
I'm not ill, but the term I hear a lot is abundance of caution.
The Oregon doctor on board the hantavirus cruise ship potentially testing positive for the virus. Sunrise reporter Corey Johnson has more on what he had to say about his experience coming up in a live report.
And no, you aren't imagining things. The price of everything really has gone up in the last few months. How wages are not keeping up with the cost of living coming up at 6:13. Sunrise News at 6 starts right now. Good morning, and thank you for joining us on your Wednesday. I'm China Green.
And I'm Matthew Herchick. Happy to have you with us this morning. Chris McGinnis is off today, but we've got the man, the myth, the legend, Rod Hill, standing by.
Let me go get him. I'll be right back. All right. Hey, we still have some lightning in the area, so good morning to you folks watching us from Morrow and Gilliam County. This is east of the Dalles, and you can see still some lightning strikes here. It's all moving up to the north. We did end up with some lightning in the valley last night. Maybe you heard it. I had some big booms up in Clark County shortly after midnight. That has moved out of the west side, and now it's just rain that's moving through. And again, this will be the wettest part of our day. This rain will be breaking up perhaps rather quickly, somewhere in the 7 o'clock hour this morning. And then we'll have some more gentle, if you will, scattered showers into early afternoon, and then actually pretty dry after that as the afternoon plays out. There's our state capitol where you've had some dry breaks already this morning. 52 degrees. The bricks are wet. Haven't got to say that in a long time. 54 degrees is the number from the Pioneer Park building. So we have rainy areas, raincoats on at the bus stop. 55 degrees. Still some scattered showers in the area, mostly light. 58 degrees at lunchtime. And then when the kids get out of school, while there could be a scattered shower in your neighborhood, overall it's going to be pretty dry and we'll be about 62 degrees. Big cool down today as well. That's your forecast.
Thank you, Rod. Well, just in our newsroom, police activity on Southeast Madras Street in Salem causing a traffic alert this morning. The Salem police SWAT team was serving a search warrant related to a Kaiser police case. Several people were detained or taken into custody as part of an ongoing investigation, though police say there's no threat to the community.
One new video shows Clackamas County Sheriff's deputies using force while trying to arrest a man who was wanted for domestic disturbance. A
warning that you may find parts of this difficult to watch. Now, the Sheriff's Office released the body cam video after witness video of the same arrest from Sunday afternoon started spreading online, with some calling the use of force into question. Deputies say the suspect was wanted in a domestic disturbance earlier in the day. They claim when they tried to put him in handcuffs, he resisted, and that's when they used force. Take a look.
Put your hands behind your back. Put your hands. Whoa, 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 whoa. Hey. Knock it off. Yep. Come on. We are fighting one. Hands. Now.
The Sheriff's Office says claims made online about the man being deaf and blind are false. In the video, you can see the suspect respond both verbally and physically to the officer's orders. Now, police say he was checked out by medical personnel before being taken to jail. His charges include harassment, unlawful possession of meth, interfering with a peace officer, and resisting arrest. Well, we've now learned a doctor from Bend who was on board the cruise ship at the center of the hantavirus outbreak has potentially tested positive for the virus.
Dr. Stephen Cornfield and other passengers arrived back in the U.S. yesterday. Sunrise reporter Corey Johnson joins us live with an update with what we know so far. Corey.
Yeah, good morning, Matthew, China. Dr. Cornfeld and other passengers who were on board that cruise ship, are now in quarantine at a Nebraska medical facility. Now, Dr. Cornfeld, who's in isolation, is an oncologist from Bend. He boarded the cruise ship in early April for a 5-week bird watching trip, departing from Argentina. Now, when the ship's primary doctor became sick, Cornfeld stepped up to help care for passengers, despite not specializing in infectious diseases. He says he got one one lab result that was negative and one that was positive. So doctors are now waiting for new test results to say for sure if he's got the virus. For now, he says he feels fine and is in the biocontainment unit at that medical facility. Kornfeld says he had what he calls flu-like illness while on board that ship in early April.
I had 3 days of night sweats, a lot of chills, some mild respiratory, and a lot of fatigue. What I hear from the experts who I'm seeing daily is that the lab tests may not be that straightforward to interpret. So it may never be known if that illness, which others also had, was hantavirus or the typical virus that circulates through a cruise boat.
Now, Kornfeld said the fatigue that he felt while he was sick, he experienced that and it lingered for about 2.5 weeks after he first started to feel unwell. He also says he expects more test results to come back between today and tomorrow, which could paint a better picture on whether or not he had the virus. Matthew, China.
Corey Johnson reporting live this morning. Corey, thank you. The woman accused of starting the fire that severely damaged the Elephant's Delicatessen in Northwest Portland is expected back in court this morning. Catherine Stowe faces charges of reckless burning and criminal mischief after officials say she unintentionally started the fire outside the deli back in March. A day later, Stowe told investigators that she was the one who started the fire, but that she didn't mean to do it. Court documents showed the damage done is estimated at about $2.5 million. Stowe is expected to be sentenced later this morning, and we will bring you the latest updates. Also today, the Multnomah Athletic Club, or MAC, will begin a phased reopening after a former employee drove a vehicle through the front doors. Bruce Whitman, who died in the crash, had been previously fired from the club. The car was filled with propane tanks and homemade bombs, most of which didn't explode. The MAC says the phased reopening will take place over the next couple of weeks.
And we got some positive fire-related news right now. The Pine Mountain fire burning south of Bend is now fully contained. The fire burned nearly 2,600 acres. It started in the Deschutes National Forest last Thursday as a planned burn that grew out of control.
Meanwhile, Governor Kotek is placing 3 more counties under drought emergency, bringing the total to 12. Coos, Klamath, and Wheeler counties are the latest to join the growing list of areas under emergency drought status. Kotek's office saying things like forecasted snowpack and precipitation are suggesting that drought conditions are unlikely to improve in the near future. A drought emergency allows for assistance and an expedited review process through the Oregon Water Resources Department for impacted communities.
Your time now is 6:07. Headed over to Rod Hill for a look at the weather. Wind is a topic.
So reminding you folks watching us out in the Dalles and Hermiston, Goldendale, Pendleton, to name a few, but basically from the East Gorge out through the Columbia Basin under wind advisories / warnings today. Low elevation areas, gusts 30 to 50 miles per hour of potential. This will be a west wind. If you live up in elevation, your wind gusts might go a little bit higher than 50. So far from the Dalles to Pendleton, I've not seen anything stronger than a 40 mile per hour wind gust. Good news there. Baker City, south winds at 25. Your temperature, I just verified it, is 73 degrees right now. South winds last night held your temperature up, still holding you up. At 4:55 this morning, you folks had a 54 mile per hour wind gust from the south at the airport. So you're seeing some winds as well. Astoria, southwest at 33. Now the winds in Portland and Salem, breezy to 20-25, will kick more to the west during the day. And we'll have a noticeable breeze at times, 10 to 20 miles per hour. Here's the radar. We still have thunderstorms over in Morrow and Gilliam counties out in the basin area. It's pretty wet here on the west side. Scattered shower, or the rain, I should say, starting to break up though a little bit more so already when you drop down south of Portland. And the wettest part of our day is right now. We'll start to see the rain break up perhaps quickly into more of a gentle scattered shower pattern as we get into the 7, 8 o'clock hours this morning. Here's Seaside Live. There are the Raindrops on the lens from the Vancouver, the Springs at the waterfront camera. We're generally in the 50s right now out the door here in the valley. Later today, only in the 60s up and down I-5, and really 60s most inland areas, 50s at the coast. And again, later today, the only rain chances really will be the northern fringes of our viewing area, which includes maybe a scattered shower in Portland. I got today at 65. Again, this afternoon, really pretty quiet. Tomorrow, an increasing chance of afternoon showers. Friday, a lot of dry time, maybe a shower or two. Saturday looks wet. 58 degrees, the expected high. That's going to be cool. All right, back to you.